Procrastination Crenshaw sits unfinished. And when I say sits unfinished, I mean sits unfinished. Nobody was seduced by the Jedi mind trick they tried to play when they ran that headline on the front page of a local black newspaper about the project restarting in weeks. I mean, come see for yourself. The only trucks on Crenshaw are deconstruction trucks. It took a minute, but to her credit, LA Mayor Karen Bass showed up and she's leaning in on getting our parking back. But think about this for just a second. LA is not Chocolate City, and yet we are blessed to have a black mayor and a black city council president. But where is the black city council president? Where is Marquise Harris Dawson? This is his project in his district, but he has been strangely quiet. Did you notice in the recent Los Angeles Times story about Procrastination Crenshaw that neither Marquise Harris Dawson nor Destination Crenshaw had a word to say on the record? The silence was deafening. When people ask me why the silence, all I can say is, good question. As a reminder, the Crenshaw Corridor community sent him a letter, and it laid out real demands: a public timeline, relief for the businesses that have suffered, and an audit. At the moment, the last one matters most: the audit. Here's the thing: the foundation money, the private donations, that's their business. But this project is also funded by city money, state money, and federal money. I refer you back to the front page story in that black newspaper where they all talked about this. Go read it again. In any event, it's your money. And when public money goes into a $100 million project that still sits unfinished, the public has a right to see where every dollar went. Contracts, budgets, payments, schedules. That's not too much to ask. Again, it's your money. Our letter gave Mr. Harris Dawson a deadline, Friday, September 4th, to respond. The clock is ticking, Mr. President. 12 hours to mind the public's business. And this is one of them. With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley. As always, we welcome your feedback.
How did you want it?
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in another episode. Now, I want to talk to you about setting standards, because this is one of the things that I see a lot of is the lack of standards. Because if you don't take the time to set your standards before going into a relationship or going onto a job or going into anything, then you'll be presented with some things that are beneath you, and you'll end up accepting it because you never established in your own mind that this is not okay. So you have to sit down and really take the time and think about how you want to be treated. So often I get these questions about, why do men do this? Why do women do that? How do you get somebody to do this? How do you get somebody to do that? The answer is you got to know what you want. You got to set your standards, and you can't let the world tell you what you cannot have. And that's one of the things you'll see. There are people who say, hey, I want someone who is attractive. I want someone who is responsible. I want someone who is ambitious. I want someone who is faithful, who is caring, who is kind, who is compassionate, who is understanding, who is loving and devoted. I want that package. And guess what?
That was Tony Gaskins. The voice of reason has returned to the scene of the conversation. And somebody was asking me recently, and this leads me right into our topic tonight, who are you and why does your voice matter in, the landscape of relationship content creators? And I thought that was a very interesting and fair question. And I can't plan it any better. I had no idea that Jill Monroe would have Kendra G as the closing interview of her episode. And it's just a perfect lead-in for me. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not like any of these folk. And that doesn't mean I'm better than the rest of them, but I'm in it for a different reason. A lot of self-help is strategy based. How to get the person you want in 10 steps. Or how to heal your attachment style in 60 seconds. A lot of this stuff is strategy based. My work is totally different. And I thought, man, today I need to reintroduce myself to my listening audience. I'm different than what anybody else got going on. Who is Zoe Williams? And why does his voice matter? Right? A comparative investigation into what fundamentally distinguishes me and my philosophy of intimate relationships from the dating strategy, gender politics, mate market, economics, trauma healing, self-worth, faith-based, clinical, and pop psychology frameworks dominating Black relationship media, and whether my work asks a fundamentally different question. I think the question my work is asking is not simply how do we find, keep, fix, survive, or leave relationships, but what do our relationships reveal about the consciousness, conditioning, culture, history, wounds, beliefs, perceptions, desires, and definitions of love we bring into them? I'm listening to Kendra G talking about how love is unconditional. Man, and this is no disrespect to Kendra G. Much shout out to her, much respect to her. She's building a brand and it's amazing. But listening to that, I can say I respectfully disagree. There were some things that I agreed with, but the love piece I totally disagree with. I'm sorry. It sounded like a business plan for love, a marketing pitch for love. Love is conditional. Love is based on conditions. Well, let me just say this quite simply. I always defer and default back to when one of my favorite people in the world was on the show, Dr. Jashana Johnson. When she was talking about, the love languages and how they are born out of attachment wounds. Well, so are the conditions and the expectations. That's one of the things that separates me from other content creators. And I say separate. I didn't say elevate. I didn't say that makes me better than. But I'm different. I'm coming from a different perspective. I say need is the original sin. Adam and Eve kicked out of the garden. That was the first time they felt separation from God. That's when the need and the yearning for God possibly was born. Do you see? This is the work I'm doing. Relationship is a spiritual environment that reveals you to yourself. A lot of people have strategies for how to get what you want from the person you're with. I tend to see that as a type of, or maybe a form of manipulation. They're not giving it to you willingly. Did they ever want to give it to you? Tonight's topic: who is Zoe Williams? And why does his voice matter now? I look at relationships, or I look at the relationship content world, and I see something that should make all of us a little uncomfortable. We have never had this many people telling us how to love. Men are being taught what women want. Women are being taught what men fear. We have experts on standards, boundaries, red flags, attachment, masculine leadership, feminine energy, high value behavior, healing, marriage, submission, narcissism, emotional intelligence, biblical order. So why are we still this confused about one another? Everybody's an expert, right? That question bothers me because I suspect the problem may reach deeper than just bad advice. Every piece of relationship advice carries an invisible philosophy inside of it. Somebody has already decided what love means. Somebody has already defined a successful relationship. Somebody has already determined what makes a man valuable, what makes a woman desirable, what healing should produce, what marriage proves, right? What leadership looks like, and what a healthy person should want. I want to know who gave those definitions permission to become truth. Kevin Samuels could make you confront your position, right, in the romantic marketplace. You know, many people, when I first came to KBLA, confused my philosophy with Kevin Samuels' philosophy. Totally different. Because of my, Andy said, because of my aggression. How I speak with definitive certainty and passion. Oh, he's Kevin Samuels. Well, listen deeper. Didn't they teach you to listen in school? Right? Well, let me say it again. Kevin Samuels could make you confront your position in the romantic marketplace. Tony Gaskins can challenge your standards and choices. I fundamentally disagree with both of those positions. Right? Wounds are choosing. Unwitnessed, unhealed wounds are doing the choosing. But I digress. Stephen Speaks, right, can ask you whether unresolved pain keeps interfering with the love you say you want. Hell, we even got Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Well, let me go to another Dr. Bryant. Dr. Thelma Bryant, right, can bring trauma, culture, authenticity, and liberation into the conversation. Iyanla Van Zant can walk you toward the spiritual root of things. R.C. Blakes can bring your identity before God into the room. Those are serious contributions. My question usually starts acting up after the answer arrives. I'm sorry. Woo. Tell me to choose better, and I want to investigate the chooser. Tell me to know my worth, and I want to know whose currency are we using. See, these type of questions I'm asking. Tell me a man needs to lead, and I want leadership to show me its identification. Who taught you what leading means? Is it service? Is it control? Is it responsibility? Is it a combination of all of it? Is it fear wearing authority's clothes? These are the type of questions I'm asking. Tell a woman to raise her standards, and I want to know who built them. Wisdom, pain, or humiliation? Who built your standards, ma'am? Wisdom, pain, or humiliation? Who built your boundaries? Wisdom, pain, or humiliation? Discernment? Social comparison? Fear of ever being embarrassed again? Who are the architects of your boundaries, of your standards? What if your expectations are built from a secret desire to have your partner regulate your emotions? I'm asking the questions of who's the author of the expectation? Who's the author of the boundary? Tell me somebody is toxic, and quite possibly they might be, but I still want to know what happened inside you when you met them. What made their behavior recognizable to you? What kept you anchored in the situation? What made leaving difficult? And what meaning you attached to the entire experience? These are the type of questions Zoe Williams is asking. This is where my work lives. I am interested in the question underneath the question. The relationship may begin as the subject, but it rarely gets to remain there. A conversation about cheating can become an investigation of identity. Attraction can expose culture hiding inside of chemistry. I'm asking the questions. How did you build this intellectual architecture that makes you think you know what you're doing? When we come forward, the voice of reason will continue to introduce himself to you.
Life's a risky dice rolls in a territory uncharted. Let's start with forces you couldn't comprehend. When the last steps you descend forward to pieces and you find shards amongst your tea leaves.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
The KBLA 1580 app puts the realest conversations right in your pocket. Stream live wherever you are in the world. No static. No searching the dial. A crystal clear connection 24/7, exactly when you want it. We recommend that you keep automatic updates enabled. Set it and forget it. So the app stays up to date with store requirements, bug fixes, and new features as we roll them out. Download the KBLA 1580 app today and stay plugged into the conversation everyone's having.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for voting rights. The midterm election campaign season is here now. The 2028 presidential election is right around the corner. When We All Vote is a leading national nonpartisan initiative on a mission to change the culture around voting and to increase participation in each and every election by helping to close the race and age gap. Created by Michelle Obama, When We All Vote brings together individuals, institutions, brands, and organizations to register new voters across the country and advance civic education for the entire family and voters of every age to build an informed and engaged engaged electorate for today and generations to come. When We All Vote empowers their supporters and volunteers to take action through voting, advocating for their rights, and holding their elected officials accountable. It's all in for 2026 and 2028. Please visit whenweallvote.org to stand up for your rights, voting rights. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Just in case you missed our Procrastination Crenshaw Town Hall.
My name is Bronwyn, and I've been in this neighborhood for 65 years.
All righty.
I was raised here, right on Crenshaw Boulevard. Ancestry, legacy, everything. No parking. In regards to our elderly, in regards to trying to get from one end to the other, 48th and 50th Street is a dead zone. You got to get off the bus and you got to make your way down in the middle of the block. I'm right across the street. I understand one of the things. I am happy to see you guys. I've been in too many meetings where you weren't there. I understand those who own the buildings and your properties. I understand those who rent from you. Here it is. Why can't we invest in each other?
Making sure they follow through. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
You want some more? More. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Wait a minute, hold on. Story time with Zoe Williams. That song matters to me. This was the first time that I recognized that I was afraid of love. I was with a young lady. She was a couple of years older than me. I was around 18 or 19. She was like 21. And she was really serious about me. She was locked in. She was tapped in. Like, she was pouring into Zoe. And it frightened me. I literally played that. We on our way somewhere. She's driving. She had I think it was a 1990 Nissan Sentra. It was red with the black windows. Yeah. Like she had her stuff together. She wasn't from Pasadena. She was a little further out. She was from West Covina. Oh man, but she was a sister. She was pouring into me, but I was young, I was foolish, and I was cute. So, I can remember us going to the movies. I want you guys to get to know Zoe. I remember us going to the movies. And Andy, I want you to start this from the top. I was going to the movies. We were going to the movies. And because she made me uncomfortable, because of how much she cared about me, it scared me. There was one time, it was Christmas, and I think my mother and I were at a family Christmas get down, right? It was a family Christmas party. This girl knew that I never locked my back door, because this is how she would come in and hang out with me. This girl came into the crib. I was still living with my mother at the time. She came into the crib, brought a tree, decorated the tree, put a gang of gifts under the tree for myself and my mother. And it frightened me. I'm just giving you the insight of what got me on my journey. Andy, play it from the top. Let's go. I want you guys to do it. This is the reason why I'm playing the record. Hold on, Andy. Damn. We on the way to the movies. And I put this record on purpose. And I told her, like, I'm like 18, 19. I tell her, I dedicate this to you. And she listened to it, and she was like, what? Let it play, Andy. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Victims in here. How many people say he did this, he did that, he left me, he took that, he did this, and when you do that, you deify the problem.
I guess in my opinion, the trust comes in that I'm like, oh, everyone's a great person. I can give them whatever they want. And
what about boundaries? People violate you when you don't have clear boundaries because you don't tell them how to behave in your life, and they run amok. They run amok because you don't have clear boundaries. Now, Venus, you just said on the tape that you'd rather be in a dead-end relationship than be alone.
Yeah.
How are you defining alone?
Not having somewhere to go on Friday night.
Why can't you go out with your girlfriend?
Get it out of here. I love Iyanla. I would love to have Iyanla on so we could discuss this. Do you remember the scene in The Matrix when Neo becomes the One after he is shot several times by Agent Smith and he effectively dies? Do you remember the scene? He's blasted on a few times and then it's over. When we come forward, I'm going to give my counter thought to Iyanla Vanzant.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. The Visit Lauderdale logo in Florida will stay the same after Black Broward County Commissioner Alexandra Davis withdrew a proposal to add the county's name to the bottom.
The brand is funded by County Tourism Resources.
Other commissioners and business leaders opposed the change, saying the current logo is clean and that a redesign could cost millions. More than 100 people are dead after a landslide caused a gold mine to collapse in a small village in the Central African Republic. The collapse happened Tuesday. A local mining official says more than 100 bodies have been recovered as rescue crews continue searching for survivors and more victims. In Milton, Massachusetts, schools are ending an anonymous residency tip line after black students made up nearly half of about 100 investigations, despite being less than 12% of enrollment. The district will also improve race and housing data while parents continue pushing for police to be removed from the process. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Experience Vegas without the guesswork with the all-inclusive experience at Luxor and Excalibur. Your room, meals, drinks with every meal, and a show are covered. One price from $330 plus tax for 2 guests. Vegas simplified. Book now at mgmresorts.com.
There is no denying that we've always been the conscience of this country. KBLA Talk 1580 is progressive talk radio built for our community, by our community, and with hosts who look like you, live near you, and care about what you care about. 50,000 watts of truth right here in Southern California. KBLA Talk 1580. Listen live on your AM radio dial at 1580 or stream us live on our KBLA1580.com website or on our free KBLA 1580 app.
Unapologetically progressive.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy.
Wow, Charles Barkley?
I just moved into the neighborhood. Can I borrow some Wi-Fi?
Sure, Chuck. That's what the Capital One Cafe is here for, open 7 days a week.
Oh, can I use your ATM? My dog walker only takes cash.
Anything for a neighbor.
Can I try the catchphrase?
Sure, take it for a spin.
There's no fees and minimums on Capital One checking accounts.
Nice, Chuck. I'll take it from here. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Visit CapitalOne.com/bankguy for details. Capital One and name member FDIC.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to metamucil.com for more details.
We hear you. We feel you. We got nothing but love for you. Say what's on your mind and follow the convo wherever you go. Download the KBLA app on your phone and never miss a moment of the all-new KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The midterm elections are upon us. It is voting season once again. Common Cause's motto is fighting for the democracy we deserve. In service of that goal, Common Cause puts its state and national policy expertise, massive network of grassroots supporters, and nonpartisan approach into action to strengthen our democracy against the challenges we face today. They work at every level of government on priorities that impact each of our lives, like defending the right to vote, limiting big money's influence on our elections, holding public officials accountable, and more. Common Cause is a nonpartisan grassroots organization dedicated to upholding the core values of American democracy. They seek to empower all people to make their voices heard in the political process. This election may be the most important one ever. If you'd like to make a donation or volunteer in service to the Constitution, please visit commoncause.org. That's commoncause.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
It's the show everybody's talking about. What's up, y'all? I'm Amanda Seals with a personal invitation for you to join me every Friday here on KBLA Talk 1580. Now, you get 2 chances to tap in, noon to 2 p.m., and again from 4 to 6 p.m. Real talk, no filter, just you and me on the highest of vibrations. Fridays only on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Something that a girl like me never dreamed of. It never was for me, no, not really. But there was not a guy who was special enough until you came and made me so happy, like a child on Christmas Day. I was so anticipating, and I didn't know I could ever feel this way. Love You brought me so much joy. Love song. Love's all the hopes of a girl and a boy.
Hey, good morning. How y'all doing? Or good afternoon. I know people be tuning in all over the world. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I know that Hezekiah Walker and John P. Key are doing a Holy Ghost battle today, so I thought I would play Hezekiah Walker's Better today. Hey, Christina, what's up, John? Yes, it's gonna get better because God is in control. What's up, Honeybee Me? What's up, Mrs.? What's up, Jessica? Hey, how y'all doing this morning?
Andy,
Come on
who is
now.
this saying hi to
What's
everybody?
Up, Brian? Welcome. Hey, Sandy.
Devon Franklin, I want him to
Yes,
get
hold
to
me
the meat
close.
and potatoes.
Don't ever depart. Hey, my sister Lisa in the house. What's up? What's up, Alex? How you doing? Get better. I know it may not be better right now, but you're declaring it's gonna get better. Hey, Trish from Daytona Beach. Took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it. The Lord God took the man, put the man into the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it. All right. Now, this is before there was the creation of the woman. So here we are. The Garden of Eden has been created, and God creates man, puts man into the Garden of Eden. What was the man's responsibility? To take care of it and work it. It's interesting that the introduction of man in the Bible, in the Word of God, is synonymous with work, responsibility, accountability. Too often as men...
No disrespect. Myself and Devon Franklin, we went on a trip together, man, down to Steve Harvey's... Steve Harvey had an event in Houston, or yes, I think it was Houston, it was Dallas, one of those places where Steve actually lives. And he had a huge event for single mothers. And myself and Devon Franklin, we went down there. We were chosen to go down there to speak to the young boys that Steve was mentoring. But I played Devon Franklin to say, you got content creators out there that use the religious framing, the hierarchical framing. God put man here for responsibility. And I'm not here to disagree. My job here is totally different than Devon Franklin. I'm here to tell you what the purpose, the spiritual purpose of relationship is. Not the societal, not the agricultural, not the gender-based, but the psychological, spiritual side of it. The metaphysical side. That's Zoe's point. Who is Zoe Williams? This is what Zoe does. Right? That Love Saw It record, I was with the same girl. It was a wonderful record. She was such a sweetheart. I was cheating. I just wasn't tapped in. I was cheating. But she was serious. She was playing Karen White and Babyface singing together. This is when I realized something is wrong with me. And it was that young lady that got me on my spiritual journey. Right? I was like 18, 19. I didn't even know myself. But it was that relationship that served as the catalyst. Later, I figure out attachment styles. Oh, I'm anxious, preoccupied. I'm always running after the woman that's running. The women that run to me, I tend to ignore them because they're there. That's the dichotomy of the anxious, preoccupied attachment style. If you chase the anxious, they don't really respect it. Do you see? And that was the first time that was triggered in me. She was there. She was present. She wanted to love on me. And I felt triggered. I felt awkward. Do you see? Zoe Williams' work is a little different. I merge the philosophical, the psychological, the metaphysical. I don't merge the dogmatic, the social constructs. I don't merge those. Do you see? Once I got on my spiritual journey, I started to see, oh, this is what relationship is really about. That's why I don't do the strategy. 10 steps to get her to see you in a different light. 10 steps to get anything you want from anybody. I don't do self-help disguised as influence, like how to influence anybody, pickup artist stuff. I don't do that. We've got callers on the line. I want to get them in here right now. We got Lamont from Akron, Ohio. Lamont, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic, my friend? No profanity, Lamont.
Yes, sir. So I just wanted to say the first time I saw you was on Black Men Revealed and back in the 90s, mid-90s, whenever it was. And
2004, 2005, actually.
That was 04?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a long time ago. So, like, what brought you to know how, like, to get on your journey to become the scholar that you are? Because, like, when I saw you on that show a couple times, and you like you knew it. It's like you knew what you were talking about, like when you were talking to the one pastor and the other guy, but like you knew everything that, not everything. I guess you could say you knew everything, but you knew what was going on no matter what they came at you with on the shows that I've seen you on. Like what motivates you to do that?
Pastor Singleton was on that show with me initially, and we're still good friends to this day. Let me do this. I'm going to answer your question. You stay right there. Don't go anywhere. When we come forward, because we're up against the clock, I want to answer Lamont's question about what motivated me to go on this journey. When we come forward, more from the VOR.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Let's begin now.
Are you looking for quality child care? If you are, boy, do I have the place for you. Holy Trinity Child Care Center in the City of Champions is where your little ones become big thinkers. Music that makes their little hearts shine, as well as dietitian-made meals every day. I guess it's safe to say your babies will be well-fed as well as well-led. We accept bundles of joy from 18 months to 5 years old. Subsidies are accepted, and we're just minutes from the legendary SoFi Stadium. Miss Shepard's team at 9300 Crenshaw Boulevard is now enrolling. All you got to do is call 323-757-4850 or visit HolyTrinityCCC.com. At Holy Trinity, we champion your child's heart, mind, and spirit every single day.
Are you feeling the heat? LADWP can help you stay cool this summer and save money. Through the Cool LA program, eligible customers can receive instant rebates of up to $275 on new portable, window, and wall air conditioners. Shop the Cool LA marketplace today and beat the heat and save. Learn more and apply at ladwp.com/cool-LA. That's ladwp.com/cool-LA.
Just in case you missed our Procrastination Crenshaw Town Hall.
My name is Khalifa Bey. I am the founder of the South LA Bureau of Tourism and Trade. And how this is impacting me is that I can't promote it. I won't promote it. I hear a lot of talk about everybody. Accountability is responsibility. Change your vote. Change the vote. I know there's a lot of Democrats in this room, and I get all that, but if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result, it ain't gonna happen. And it's not about Democrat, Republican, it's about getting what we need to get done. That's what it is for me, because this is deliberate. This of our communities, you look at Chicago, you look at all the black communities were built by us, we're in the same condition. So to me, it's by design. And if we don't do something to change the vote to get to what we need, stop having these meetings.
Making sure they stick to the truth. We're KBLA, Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I like the way she talks and she turns me on with a special concern. Now I'm a different guy and I don't compare to many, but next to her I'm plain ordinary. Not many can see the light blue aura that surrounds the girl wherever in the world. She's a 9, a 10, a 20, 50. She's bittersweet and a taco treat. She's strange and I like it. She's just the way she is. Walking down the avenue, always doing something new. She's the kind of person everybody knows.
Good morning. I am so excited to be here, and in the spirit of revival, I am reminded about what happens on the third day. And so it is a divine setup that we are here for resurrection. It is a divine setup that everything that was meant to dismantle and to destroy and to diminish you did not get the final say. And so here we sit because the blood still works. I am, in my spiritual eyes, even more excited to see you than I am in my natural eyes. Because in our natural eyes, we can only see what we chose to wear today, and if you decided to put on a little lip gloss. But in the spirit, to know that your spirit has gone from the fetal position to sitting here today. I am especially on assignment for those who could not sleep last night. Amen. This is the answer to prayers. And so I am glad and thankful for the tradition of starting with poetry. And in that spirit, I'll start with, are we on?
Andy, who was that young lady? That was Dr. Thelma Bryant? Yeah. I love her work anyway. People think because people are Christians or whatever that I don't still rock with them, but I do. Come on, I'm from Chattanooga. Baptist Church, Chattanooga. Like, come on now. Listen, to me, it's all together. It's all one thing, you know. Lamont from Akron, Ohio, was asking me a question, and I wanted to answer him. It's tied into that first relationship. When she broke up with me, right? When that young lady broke up with me, man, my attachment wounds were triggered. And it literally sent me on a spiritual journey after I crashed out. Sent me on a spiritual journey. Like, my friends who grew up with me knew, like, oh, this breakup was heavy on him. It flipped him inside out. And as I started to study and read, and I mean, I'm a voracious reader. Everything, philosophy, psychology, quantum mechanics, consciousness systems. I started reading everything. This is me at 19. I started consuming it all because when she was pouring in, I was uncomfortable, didn't know how to receive. And then when she took it away, DC, need as the first sin manifested itself in me like, oh, this feels like my mother not being available, because my mother wasn't available emotionally. So it triggered a whole bunch of stuff. And I went on a religious, like I started reading the Bible, studying religions. I just like really dove into knowledge, all types of esoteric knowledge, spiritual knowledge. And that's what got me on the journey. I hope I answered your question, brother.
Yes, sir. I just want to say I agree with what you said. Like, mother wasn't there for you, emotionally. I can 100% understand that. And that's just me in my life. But like I said, man, I just wanted to, understand how you got on the journey that you got to. Like I said, that's the first time I saw you, and I saw you doing other stuff, and that's what brought me to, other people that you've been around. So,
wow.
But I salute to you, Zoe, for real. Like,
Thank
and
you.
I wish they had like the Black Men Revealed. I wish that they had that show again or something, close to that to open people's minds on different things.
Man, well, I appreciate it, brother. But I got a question for you. Guess what you just did?
What's that?
Come on, Lamont, I got to tell you. When I say, guess what you just did, you say, I brought Akron, Ohio in the building. Let's do it.
Akron.
Guess what you just did, Lamont?
I brought Akron, Ohio in the building.
Whoop, Akron, Ohio is on the board. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. We're going to jet to Detroit, Michigan. Reggie is on the line. Reggie from Detroit, Michigan. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Zoe, what's up, man? I've heard you maybe at least 15 years. It was back in the Foxhole days when I started listening to you. Mm-hmm. And I guess the biggest gift you've probably given us is the gift of perspective. It's not, you never tell us what to think. You just give us tools to look at an issue and look at ourselves in a different way. And so you never tell us what to think. It's only that we're thinking. And I think that's a lasting thing. It doesn't just last, it outlasts. Because you keep asking the question of yourself, okay, how am I looking at this thing? Is my vision correct for the time that I'm in? And that's really valuable to me. Some of the things that you ask are, what are you afraid of? And usually the situation just stops with you identifying the thing that you're afraid of. You just kind of shy away from it. But you're like, okay, you identified this thing. All right, what about it scares you? And you just keep asking those questions, just, unraveling that onion that's there, and you get to a deeper sense of yourself. That's something you can take away from this program. And it's something that you can apply to your life every day. So I've done this for, goodness, at least 15 years now. So, that's the gift that you've given me, and I just appreciate you for it, man.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. It's all love.
Always.
And it's been a long time since we heard from Reggie from Austin, Texas. It's no longer Austin, Texas. It's Detroit. What up, though? Hey, guess what you just did, Reggie?
I brought Detroit in the building.
Detroit is in the building. Hey, man, we miss you. I hope to get you back in here sometime soon. Listen, I want us to understand I come from a different perspective. That's what I want us to understand. I'm never trying to sound like anybody else. And when I do mention other people's work, I like to cite them. But I know the way we view relationships is broken and it needs to be fixed, right? Love is not enough, but God is love. Wow. I need somebody to fulfill my needs. One of my fundamental beliefs is that need is the first sin, right? Mother, in many anthropological research and cultural research, you'll find that the mother was a deity figure, a God figure, the mother. So imagine when the mother is inconsistent with regards to the child's needs, and then the child develops a strategy. This is what people are teaching in a relationship today is strategy. Why? Because the wound that was created needs a strategy in order to be satiated. And if you never uncheck that, never turn that switch off as you transition into adulthood, the strategy is still operating. Well, this is how you show up in relationship in order to get what you want. Oh, well, love is not enough. You don't necessarily need love. I mean, it's all conditional. I can love you based on what you do. Well, if it's conditional, how can you stop the doing and transition into the being? That's one of the fundamental thoughts, right? That Zoe brings to the relational field, right? When we come forward, just know I haven't even touched the surface.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. The Visit Lauderdale logo in Florida will stay the same after Black Broward County Commissioner Alexandra Davis withdrew a proposal to add the county's name to the bottom.
The brand is funded by County Tourism Resources.
Other commissioners and business leaders opposed the change, saying the current logo is clean and that a redesign could cost millions. More than 100 people are dead after a landslide caused a gold mine to collapse in a small village in the Central African Republic. The collapse happened Tuesday. A local mining official says more than 100 bodies have been recovered as rescue crews continue searching for survivors and more victims. And Milton, Massachusetts schools are ending